Hello everyone, welcome back to Armaeth, the Lost Kingdom. I can hardly believe it, but I think this is probably going to be the last video of this Let's Play. I think we're actually almost at the end. So in the last video we got that talisman, which is actually quite important. I don't think we can win the game without that. Oh yeah, and the game is just telling us that the sorcerer that protected us from the lava has worn off, so we couldn't walk into this lava anymore without dying. But that's okay. We got the emerald back. We got the talisman. That's all we need from here. So just before I start finishing off the game, let me actually just go back and do one quick thing here, which I neglected, or wasn't really aware of until I checked the walkthrough. So this time I was very careful to not just walk off the edge here. So there's one room that I missed, and I don't think there's anything super important there, but there is some treasure there which we can get. So let's just get it while we can before I forget. So yeah, so this is where all those dwarves were, except I think we've killed all of them now. So yeah, so what I missed is, again, it's kind of one of those stupid things where an exit is hard to see. In this room, on the left here, there's actually an exit here. If we walk off on the left side here, yeah, we end up here. Now, this is obviously a room for the dwarves, so we are in a strange refectory where everything strangely looks small, I guess because it's for dwarves and not for normal-sized people. A whole series of straw mattresses border the walls to the left and to the right. At the end, there is a small table and a wooden bench, as well as some kind of a sink filled with small kitchen utensils. Nothing is in order here. Obviously, tidiness is not the major preoccupation of the dwarves. Misfortune will strike you if they find you looking through their refectory. So, these dwarves are surprisingly austere for... I mean, these dwarves must have a lot of money, and they're obviously good at craftsmanship. So for people who are so good at crafts and, you know, who apparently have so much money, it's kind of surprising that they just sleep on plain straw mattresses. It seems a little austere. Anyway, so there's not really anything that we need here. There's just a couple of items of treasure. So let's take a look around. So if we say look... oh, I did that already. So what do we have here? This is a... These utensils are not worth taking, besides they're not very clean. More utensils. That looks like a sink, like a kitchen sink. Diverse utensils swim in greasy water. These beds were never made. Too small and too hard for you. Give up your intention to sleep here, which is a good idea for if you were to be surprised here. Somewhere that keeps these candelabra lit. The coat is too small for you. This is a broom. Do you intend on doing the housework? The bench is too low for you, but it's the right size for the table. The table is covered with diverse utensils. The dwarves eat there. There we go. These gold dishes represent the reputation of the dwarves' handicraft. They are wonderful, of inestimable value. Okay, so we want to get the dishes. Okay. There we go. We got the gold dishes. I guess that's these things down here. And the other thing that we need to get in this room is there's a dagger, which the thing about the dagger is it is a treasure item. I don't think you can use it as a weapon. It's just a treasure item. And its location is kind of random. I think the location in this room changes with every playthrough of the game. And the problem is, in this case, it's actually invisible. I think it's behind something, so you can't even see it to know that it's there. You can't even use the pick up cursor to pick it up. You have to just... I think you just have to use the parser. I have to say, take dagger. Yeah, okay. So he walks down there and picks up something which I guess was on the floor there, but we would have never seen it. We would have never seen it because it's behind that stone wall, and even knowing it was here, I couldn't have picked it up. Like the only way I could pick it up was with the text parser. So it's kind of unfair. But anyway, okay. So how are we doing here in terms of points? Let's take a look at our point status here. So we have, okay, so we're still missing 220 points. And in terms of treasure, I'm still missing 3,000... Oh, 3,000 minus 200, so 2,800 gold coins worth of treasure. So we're still obviously missing some stuff. So one thing that I know we're missing is the bear fur. So the bear fur is one of the treasures in the game. It is worth a relatively small treasure amount. I think it's worth... Hold on, what is it worth? One of the walkthroughs online says, gives the value of the bear fur. I think it's like worth 20 gold coins worth of treasure, so that's not really... You know what, I'm not going to bother with the bear fur. The bear is still out there. Like we can still go all the way back to the beginning of the game, and we could still find the bear out there. But it's probably still dark out, actually. And I don't really feel like looking for the bear. I mean, if the bear is still alive, then we'd still have to wait for it to die. If the bear is dead, I mean, its death location is random, so we'd have to just walk around and try to find its fur. And if it's dark outside, then it's really going to be hard to find the bear fur. I've read that if you leave the bear's corpse outside for too long, the fur seems to just disintegrate and disappear, leaving only a useless bear skeleton. So, you know, if you're really playing this game for the maximum score and want to get all the treasure, then you need to, I guess, make sure you don't stay in here for too long. You need to keep checking outside for when the bear dies and get the bear fur before it disappears. But you know what, I'm just not going to bother. What some people have done, you know how I was very careful to close the sliding door into the dwarf's place? Like, you know, in the throne room, there's that sliding door that goes under here. And when we came in into the sort of first layer of underground caves from the forest, there's that sliding sort of slab of rock as well. So there are basically two sort of blocking mechanisms there. Some people have said that if you just leave both of those open, the dwarves will actually get out. The dwarves will start to go out into the forest, and they may get the bear fur later. And so you might actually find the bear fur on a dwarf at some point later on. Remember when I found the gold coins on that one dwarf that I killed? We were going through that weird sort of maze, that twisty kind of maze, and I killed a dwarf in there, and he was carrying some of the gold coins. So that's the kind of thing that happens in this game. It's actually really difficult to get all the treasures, because various characters like Pritwen and these different dwarves will just take the treasures and then move around with them, and then you just have to kill these characters or search them to get the treasures back from them. So it's actually, for that reason, it's, among other reasons, it's really hard to get all the treasures in this game. So if you don't want to have to go out and keep searching for the bear, what you could do is, even though the game says it's a wise idea to close the entrance into the underground areas, you could just leave the entrances open, let the dwarves go outside, and then probably one of them will find the bear fur eventually and just pick up the bear fur and start carrying it around with him. And then if you find that dwarf later and kill him, then you can get the bear fur from his, you know, off his dead body after he's dead. So, I mean, you can do stuff like that, but I'm just not going to bother. I'm sorry. I'm kind of done with this game, and I don't think it would be much fun to watch me go out and spend, like, who knows how long trying to hunt around in what might still be a dark forest at night trying to find the bear corpse and get the bear fur off. I don't think that would be something very fun to watch. I could do it off camera theoretically, but you know what? I'm not going to bother. I'm just going to go ahead and try to finish the game at this point. I have most of the treasures at least. So yeah, I'm just gonna go ahead and try to finish it here. So where do you end the game? How and where do you finish the game? Well, we go back here through this portcullis here, and we go through this door back here. Okay, and we're back here where these creatures are. And again, I think I mentioned in the last video, but they are called Sarholes. So we have here 4 of these creatures called Sarholds. Now, they just trudge around on the floor like they can't fly or teleport or do anything fancy like that. But they are indestructible. You cannot kill them or even stun them, and they will kill you instantly if you touch them. So, I think I mentioned in the previous video, our goal here is basically, so this gate slides back and forth. If we open the gate, it will slide to the right, unblocking this area from this area back here, but blocking this area. So your goal is to get all 4 Sarholds into this area down here, and then slide that gate to the right. We have 2 inventory items that can help us in this task. Let me go ahead and save the game here. I'm going to go ahead and save as last, because this is actually your last task. This is your last big task in the game. So we have two things that can help us. One is the ham. Remember, we got the ham from... where did we get it from? I think we just got it from down here. If I remember right, I think the ham was... come on. I think the ham was just in this room back here, wasn't it? I think so. Anyway, from somewhere we got a piece of ham. Now, if you drop the ham on the ground, the Sarholes will tend to converge on that area and try to all go for the ham. So what you need to do basically is get down in here and drop the ham here, and that will draw all of them into this area here. But how do you get to this place without them, you know, ganging up on you and killing you? Because it's you can't really get into this area without touching one of the Sarholes and having it kill you. So what we can do, remember the two spells that we saw, the two spells that we saw in the Witch's Spellbook? One was about walking on fire or lava, which is what we used to get rid of the witch. The other one was about turning invisible. So let's go ahead and do that now. I think it is time for us to try becoming invisible. So I think what we need to do, hold on, let me make sure that let me look up the word for it, because yeah, so the magic word here, if you remember from the spell book, maybe you don't remember, but the magic word was Ejrimanoth. There we go. The contents of the little flask begin to boil, strange vapors develop, a malefic light seems to work there mysteriously. Gradually the liquid clears and becomes invisible. I think the elixir is now ready. By the way, if you're wondering what this elixir is, this is actually the dragon's blood. So in the witch's laboratory or whatever, we got like a vial of dragon's blood, and that's the elixir that the game is referring to. And when you say Ejrimanoth, then that dragon's blood turns into this elixir, and when you drink it, it will turn you invisible. Okay, I'm gonna go and save here again. So this is really difficult now. This might actually be the hardest. I said in the previous video that dealing with the witch is the hardest puzzle in the game. This is probably harder than that, but this isn't really a puzzle. It's just a movement puzzle. Like it's another one of these stupid sort of BS things that they tended to do in adventure games like this. This is not any kind of puzzle where you have to figure out how to use an item or something. This is really just a pure movement exercise at this point. So we drink the elixir. You swallow the invisible elixir in one gulp. After a few moments, you feel a strange impression as if you no longer exist. Then suddenly you magically disappear. The effect of this elixir is astonishing, but it will last only a short time. This again seems like a cue from the first King's Quest game. You turn invisible, like close to the end of the game, like for one of the last puzzles in the game. All right, so we can go ahead and say open gate with key. Or is it a door? Open door with key. The door is open. No, not that door down there, you idiot. This, hold on. What do you call this thing? Bars? Okay. Open bars with key. There we go. Okay. So now we have to be careful, obviously, that these things don't touch us. Oh, okay, that's going to be a problem. If they escape out of this room, then we are kind of screwed, because then they will keep wandering around outside, and yeah. Can I say open bars with key again? It's already done. No. Okay, then close bars with key. We don't want to let these Sarholds escape, because then they'll keep wandering around. Actually, I guess it doesn't really matter too much at this point, because... Oh, I can only close it from there. Okay, you know what? Forget it. We're invisible, so they're not gonna harm us anyway. Let's see, can I open this portcullis back here? Open portcullis with key. Okay. Let's just go back in here. Ooh, look at what we have here. This safe protects a strange small kiosk which evidently is not the work of mortals, neither that of dwarves. Everything in this little kiosk inspires respect and fear at the same time. It is visibly protected by a magic enchantment. It is said that none will break this enchantment unless he wins the right to do so, and those who have tried were never seen again. Okay. Can I walk through these? Whoops. Oh, the Talisman of Aaron protects your passage. The magic aura opens partially in front of you. Okay, so what do we have here? Okay, so we couldn't have gotten here without the talisman, so that's fine. Whoa, once upon a time, long before the time of... Okay, you know what? I'm not going to read all of this. The long and the short of it is, this is a crystal ball. So if you want to read this text, feel free to do so. But basically, this is a crystal ball. And... What, are there two of them, or is there just one? I think there's just one crystal ball. Okay, let's see. It's a small red velvet cushion, neither soft nor hard. Okay, can I take the ball? Okay. Let's take the cushion while we're at it. I think the cushion has a small treasure value as well. There we go. Okay. So, look at the crystal ball. Okay, this is a description of the ball, but what we actually want to do is look into the crystal ball. So I think we need to actually say look into ball. There we go. Ooh, the music changed. Looking into the crystal ball, I see an image forming, hazy at first, but soon it clears. Appearing, I see a bucket. Yes, a common, ordinary bucket. I see you taking this bucket. You lift it towards the sky. Then you pronounce the magic word, Silurin. Then the old bucket magically transforms itself into a splendid crown, the crown of Dol Armaeth. Strange spell, Aaron protected this kingdom well. Then I see you putting on the crown, and the image fades slowly. It is no longer possible for me to see into the future. Okay, so, yeah, this is another cue from King's Quest 1, like... Oh, it tells me again that the talisman protects me. That's nice. So, yeah, I think that's another cue from King's Quest. Like, remember in the first King's Quest game, you look into the magic mirror, and it sort of looks into the future, and you see yourself wearing a crown? I guess in this game, it's kind of the same thing, except, yeah. Except you have to get the crown somehow. So, okay, so... It mentions a bucket. Well, we have a bucket already, so shut up about the talisman protecting me. I don't care. So we would have gotten some more points if we had trapped the 4 Sarholes in that area down there. We would have got... Oh dear. Yeah, see, it's going to be really annoying now because they're going to wander around all over. It's okay because we're here at the end of the game. So we're right at the end of the game, so we don't really need to worry about them anymore because we're just about to end the game. But if you do this before the end of the game, and you don't trap them all in that area, and you leave like the gate open and they escape, then it's really going to be a pain because they're going to start wandering around the rest of the game world. And like I said, you can't kill them, you can't get rid of them. They're just going to zap you every time. Well, not zap you, but if you ever bump into one during your explorations around the game, it will just kill you instantly, and that gets really annoying. So basically, regarding the Sarholes, either wait until the very end of the game to deal with them, or just skip them as I did, or trap them all, and then you can... I mean, you get some more points for trapping them, I think, but it's just... It's not worth it, honestly. Like, it's gonna take... It takes forever. It takes so much time. It's actually really difficult to get them all into that place at the same time, because you have to go down into that room, you have to get the... you have to drop the ham there, and then you have to get out, and then, yeah, it's just, it's harder than you might think, honestly. I'm sure it's possible, but I'm not going to bother doing it now. So, okay. Anyway, sorry. We have the bucket, of course, I think. Hold on, do we still have the bucket? Yeah, it has a hole in it, but we still have the bucket. So, we need to say the magic word. The magic word was, what was it? I think it was, Silurin? As you pronounce this word, the little bucket begins to glow, then slowly becomes blinding. Little by little, the light fades, and you are stupefied to discover the radiant crown, a goldsmith's masterpiece, a perfect combination of precious metals and sparkling gems. Marvelous elf magic. Aaron was definitely very wise to hide the crown of the dwarves under this enchantment. No one would have guessed that this cheap object could hide the royal crown of Dol Armaeth. Okay. We have the crown. Check it out. We have This is the crown of Dol Armaeth. At the end of the long wars against the Dark Forces, at the final victory of the Dwarf and Elven troops, a pact was made between King Armaeth and the Elf people to guarantee world security. 2 identical crowns were made together by the Dwarves and the Elves to seal this pact. One was kept by the Elves in their kingdom, and the other, this one, was kept by the Dwarves. From that day it was said that whoever would wear this crown would reign over the Dwarf people. Are we ready to reign over the Dwarf people? Let me just check my treasure status again here. How many... Oh, hey, okay, so yeah, so the crown that we got, and I guess the crystal ball as well, are worth a lot of treasure points. We're actually missing only 300 coins worth of treasure. That's not too bad. What are we missing? Let me just see if I can get an idea of what we might be missing. I actually don't know. I don't know what we might be missing. I mean, other than the bear fur, I don't know what else there might be. Let's see. And in terms of those points, we're still missing 130 points. So... what might we be missing here? I think trapping the Sarholes is worth 20 points, so that accounts... okay, that accounts for 20 points. And winning the game gets you 50 points, so that accounts for 70 points that we don't have yet. But we're missing 130, so that's still 60 points that are not accounted for. Where are the other 60? I don't know. That's weird, because I feel like I did most of the other stuff in the game. Honestly, I kind of think that I did almost everything else in the game. I don't know. Okay. Weird. Alright, well, like I said, I'm not too worried about it. I'm not gonna go ahead and freak out about it now. So, yeah, I think that's it. We have nothing left to do except put on the crown, and as soon as we put on the crown, we win the game. I just wonder, are we going to stay invisible? You know, I'm just going to quickly save the game here as Crow for crown, not Crow as in Cro-Magnon, because it's going to be kind of stupid if we stay invisible during the end game, but I don't think... oh, there we go. The effects of the magic drink wear off, you become visible again. Alright, that's fine. Okay, let's go ahead and do it. Let's wear the crown, and this will end the game. Are you ready, folks? Let's do this. You place the crown on your head. Immediately you feel it changing magically to fit you perfectly. Then you experience a strange sensation. A magic enchantment surrounds you, giving you the impression of traveling through time and space. Yes, indeed. Sorcery is teleporting you. You ought to know. Hey, look at us. We're all regal and royal. Wonderful magic. Aaron Whoville redressed you in a magnificent royal frock. Armaeth himself hasn't anything more beautiful. You radiate a great majesty. You are now down the steps that lead to the throne. All that is left for you to do is to climb them and thus take possession of your kingdom. And we do that automatically. He's certainly taking his sweet time about it. He suddenly gets sped up when he got to the stairs. You are henceforth King of Dol Armaeth. This long quest has put your courage and your endurance to a rough test. The adventures were numerous, likewise the traps, the mysteries, as well as the battles. You valiantly vanquished all of the obstacles to finally succeed in winning back this crown, and thus gain the highest seat in this kingdom and all the honors which come with it. All that remains for you to do is to reign over your people and to assure peace and good fortune for Dol Armaeth. Long live the new king. I don't know if we can assure peace and good fortune for all the people, because I think we killed all of them. Like, I think we literally killed every single dwarf. So they've been exterminated. They've become extinct. And we haven't seen anyone else in the kingdom except the bear, who's probably also dead by now. So I don't think we have anyone left to reign over. So, yeah, we assured peace in that we killed everyone. So I guess without people there can be no conflict. But, no matter. Long live the new king, with 3 exclamation marks. Alright, there we go. So, yeah, so I am missing... yeah, 80 points. So like I said, trapping those 4 Sarholes in that area down there would have... I think that's worth 20 points. I do not know where the other where the other 60 points might be. And yeah, I'm missing 300 treasure. Like I said, the bear fur is worth, what, 20, I think? There's probably something else. Obviously, there's something else which I didn't get, but oh well. Oh well. You are henceforth king of Dol Armaeth. You have conquered all of the dangers in this kingdom, accomplished all of the exploits, eliminated or otherwise neutralized all of your enemies. Peace and prosperity can now reign undivided over this kingdom. Prosperity? Alas, nothing is ever sure. There remains treasures which you have not retrieved or conquered, which threatens the good fortune of your reign. It may be worth looking after this wealth before ending your quest with your coronation. Sitting comfortably on this throne, the royal crown on your head, thus begins your reign over this kingdom which is henceforth yours. Yours? Not quite sure. Dark forces are already opening up in the shadows, who know that the gates of the dwarf kingdom were reopened. Forces that have been waiting their turn for a long time, since well before you have existed. Forces that are already preparing to invade this kingdom and eliminate you! You in whom they see but a human, with a capital H. A simple thief of a throne that has never belonged to a human. That's actually kind of true. I mean, we did kind of... I mean, let's be fair, we did kind of steal everything that we came across. We basically came in here and just murdered all the dwarves and stole all their treasure. I mean, what did they ever do to us? So we are kind of actually invaders and thieves rather than a noble king who, yeah, it's a little morally ambiguous, isn't it? Actually, it's not really. I don't even think it's morally ambiguous. Actually, we are just straight up murderers and thieves. Like, we didn't really do anything to earn the throne. We just killed and stole for it. But anyway, okay. Yes, feel the ground tremble under the feet of the marching armies. Listen for the stealthy steps of spies in your palace. Beware those who already prowl in this kingdom which you have not yet inspected entirely, and where there still remain many secrets for you to discover and many exploits for you to accomplish. But that will be for the next adventures, where far greater dangers still await you, where fantastic spells will aid you, and where fabulous places will amaze you. Judging from this wording, it seems pretty apparent that they were planning for a sequel to this game. As far as I know, I'm pretty sure that a sequel was never made to this game. So they were already planning and thinking about a sequel, but they never actually made one. So I think we can all be grateful for that. If there are some good things that have happened in human history, I think one of the greatest sort of achievements of human history is that a sequel was not made for this game. I think we can all be happy that humanity at least managed that much. So long! Is that it? I guess that's it. I guess that's it. It just stays like this forever. I guess I have to exit to get out of it. And we get the usual quit message. Yeah, it's just telling us what we already knew, so, okay. Alright, okay. Alright, that was it. That was Armaeth, The Lost Kingdom. Thanks for coming along with me on this adventure, everyone. I really didn't think that I would finish this game. I had several points where I just said, you know what, I'm just kind of done. I'm just kind of sick of this. I'm just going to stop here. But, yeah, we actually saw it through. And I mean, the only real problem that we had was that that bug where it just kept crashing while trying to go through the portcullis, and then I had to load from a saved game that I found on the internet. And yeah, I mean, and things that I know I didn't do. I didn't get that treasure from the tree, like as I said in the previously in almost at the very beginning of the game. There's that tree that you're supposed to climb it, and apparently there's a treasure at the top of the tree which I never got. So that's one of the treasures that we're missing. The bear fur is something we're missing. What else? I don't know. There might be other stuff as well in terms of treasures. And then as far as points, like I said, yeah, that we didn't trap the Sarholes. That's one thing I know I didn't do. Anything else I'm not aware of? Obviously, there are a few things that I'm missing, but that's okay. I'm pretty satisfied. Usually, you folks know that I'm usually quite a perfectionist. I'm usually an absolutist. Like, I really want to get all the points in the game. But as far as this game goes, as far as I'm concerned, I'm done. I am done with this. I don't really care about trying to wring out those last few points right now. I'm just, I'm satisfied with having won the game with most of the points in this case. So. All right, that's it. This has been Armaeth, The Lost Kingdom. What do I think about this game? I mean, I guess my impressions are pretty clear. You know, it's actually a very nice adventure game in terms of its presentation. It has really nice graphics. Like I like the look of it. The music's actually really nice. It has some really nice music in. Like, some of the music tunes are just wow. They're great. You know, the story. Okay, there's not that much story, but. Okay, that's okay. I mean, you know, these early adventure games didn't necessarily have a lot of story to them. It was more just about the puzzles and the interactions, so that's fine. But yeah, just a few things. There are really just there are really just a few things about this game that really upset me. Um, like that thing with the bear, the way the bear just keeps wandering around at the beginning, and you can't deal with the bear. You just have to kind of avoid it, and if it just touches, and the bear just is everywhere, and you can't really get away from it. You just have to try to avoid it, but sometimes that's pretty much impossible to do. Just stuff like that, little things that really are very annoying about this game. But other than that, if it weren't for just a handful of things that really were just I think just bad design decisions, it would actually be quite a nice game. In a way, it's kind of an underrated game. It's just that there are some things that are really wow. I don't know what to say. I I feel like this game is kind of underrated, but at the same time, to actually play it is just an exercise in frustration. That's kind of the unfortunate thing. It's such a good-looking game. It has a nice game world. It has nice environments. But playing it is just like pulling teeth because you always run into these situations where you just get stuck on something or something is just unreasonably hard to do. So I guess it's good that I made a Let's Play because now you folks can see the game without having to play it for yourselves. You can see what happens and you can see what it looks like, see the storyline without having to suffer through it yourself. So I guess it's good that I made this Let's Play. I'm kind of happy that I finished it. Okay, that's it. Once again, thank you for watching, everyone. Thank you for coming along with me. Take care, everyone. I'll talk to you all in future videos on different games. Until then, ta-ta. Take care of yourselves. Bye-bye.